Hey everybody. So I made a video a few minutes ago and I made a big mistake, so I deleted it off TikTok. It is Jimmy Kimmel who's been canceled by ABC. He's been fired. And the reason he has been fired is, per the reporting, he made comments about Charlie Kirk's assassination. And ABC fired him. Almost certainly because they are kowtowing to threats and intimidation by MAGA influencers online and by the Trump administration and Pam Bondi. This is a direct threat against freedom of speech. And this is directly related to the video I made about an hour and a half ago where Pam Bondi said they are going after hate speech. They can't go after hate speech criminally. It's protected by the First Amendment. However, MAGA influencers and J.D. Vance and others are identifying the employers of people who spoke out against Charlie Kirk and having them fired. Jimmy Kimmel is the most high-profile and recent example of this endeavor by MAGA. This is what authoritarians do. Okay, Stephen Colbert and his show is being canceled, and that was before the Charlie Kirk assassination. But it's almost certainly because there was a large merger going on over the company that Stephen Colbert had a show with, and they didn't like, the Trump administration didn't like the way Stephen Colbert spoke about him, made fun of him, made fun of his administration. So they canceled him. Now it is Jimmy Kimmel's turn because he spoke out and said things that this administration and MAGA influencers online didn't like. That's authoritarianism. That is a direct threat against the First Amendment. It is against it's a threat against freedom of speech. And this is what MAGA does. MAGA and Donald Trump only care about the First Amendment if it's speech they like. MAGA influencers online are constantly just throwing out the most disgusting, horrible language you can think of. They made fun of Joe Biden after Joe Biden announced his cancer diagnosis, and some even wished he dead. But nobody went after their employers. Nobody went after trying to get them canceled or fired. But MAGA does that. And MAGA is a proponent of, no, we got to avoid cancel culture, but they're now fully 100% engaged and always have been in cancel culture because they go after anything they don't like. They hate it. So, Democrats, how do you push back against this? Well, you come out and denounce this firing immediately. People boycott ABC, boycott Disney, the parent company of ABC. Go after the company, hit them where it hurts, the money, boycott them. That's what I mean by go after the company, boycott them. And Democrats, you got to speak out hard against this, push back against this, and the American people, the Democrats have to win in 2026. They have to push back against this authoritarianism. We have to have a serious Congress that is going to hold oversight committees, investigate the Trump administration, because they have violated so many laws, violated the Constitution in so many ways. And Jimmy Kimmel's cancellation firing is just the latest example of the attack against the Constitution by MAGA and Donald Trump.